If she doesn't give me this medication, I'm going to scream. I don't care. Everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know I look a little bit crazy, but you guys know I'm on Accutane. And when you take Accutane, you can't be exposed to the sunlight because Accutane makes you more sensitive to sunlight and you'll burn really easily. So I don't go longer than 5 minutes in direct sunlight. So I try to cover up as much as possible. I'm blocking the sun a little bit. I'm literally in direct sunlight. But I'm completely covered. You can see I'm wearing a full, long maxi dress. I didn't take any chances of getting sunburned. I'm trying to fix my skin, not mess it up even more. Anyways, I hope you guys like my intro. I'm super excited about it. I've been procrastinating putting it on here, but I had somebody make it for me. I'll leave her information down below. I'll leave her Instagram up here too. Definitely check it out if you have or are starting a YouTube channel and you want some really nice intros or outros, channel banner. She made me a channel banner. Definitely check her out. She works for a reasonable price. I mean, she's so talented. She pretty much makes your dreams and your visions come true, come to life. So definitely go check her out. So for today's video, I'm all, as per usual, making an intro to preface my pre-recordings. It seems like I'm the worst director of my YouTube channel. I'm like so indecisive, but anyway, that's how we're doing it. I had a crazy time trying to get my first prescription of Accutane, and I wanted to share it with you, and also, you know, treat this as an outlet for me to express myself because I was really angry that day. I wanted to originally combine it with my month update video on Accutane, my results, but it got too long and I just decided to make a whole separate video. So that's what today's video is going to be about. So if you're interested, then please stay tuned. God, it's so hot in here, I can't function. Guys, let me just give you the tea. The hell of trying to get this medication is so real that I was almost about to scream. It was a literal nightmare. Where do I begin? I'm just gonna start. So the beginning of this week, I had an appointment on October 13th. Today is the 17th. On October 13th, on a Tuesday, that was the day I was supposed to get my medication. I was given a prescription. I was supposed to pick up my medication that day. Well, I didn't, and not by choice, of course. I think in the morning I came in to my pharmacy. I pick up my prescriptions at Costco because I work at Costco. For those of you who don't know. So it's more convenient for me to pick up medications there, you know, because I work at a store. So I went to pick up my medication right after my appointment, and I went in line, and of course, the pharmacist said that my doctor didn't call in prescription. So in my head, oh, like it's just right after the appointment. Maybe she needs a little bit of time to just send in the prescription. So I waited till my lunch break. It was like 4 hours later. I came back. Still couldn't get my prescription. The lady at the desk said, "Do you call your doctor?" And in my head, I was like, why would I call my doctor? Ideally, the doctor's supposed to call you and send you a prescription, right? Or fax it or whatever. Like, why would I call the doctor? You know, this is not my job. Like, I shouldn't be able to lift a finger. I saw my doctor this morning. I don't need to talk to her. I just need to go pick it up and we're done here. Already, I was starting to get pissed off because before that, I waited a long time. You guys know you have to wait 30 days in order to attain your prescription because you got to take pregnancy tests. If you are childbearing, if you're female, of course, men don't have to. They can get the prescription the same day their first appointment. I have to wait 30 days. On top of that, 2 weeks because I had to see my doctor and I couldn't even go into her office because they thought I had COVID when they took my temperature, but it's because I sat in a car and it's really hot, so I really didn't have COVID, but I couldn't get inside, so I had to do a FaceTime call. I recorded that video anyway. So I wasn't able to sign any documents, which is what you're supposed to do when you have an appointment with the dermatologist. For when you're requesting for Accutane, you're supposed to sign all these documents to get started on the iPledge program. iPledge program is basically a program to keep women of childbearing age accountable to not get pregnant during the entire duration of the treatment. I wasn't able to do that. I was just able to talk to her about Accutane, and then 2 weeks later she scheduled an appointment with me so we can sign all those papers. But within that first appointment with her, I did a blood test, and I thought that I had to wait 30 days from that day I took a blood test because I thought that was a pregnancy test. I came 2 weeks later and she had me pee in a cup, and so I had to wait 30 days from that. So in total, I had to wait a month plus 2 weeks just to get this medication. So I was already aggravated. But within that moment, within my lunch break, I try to call my doctor and see what's the deal. Why can't I pick up my medication? And just by luck, the office is closed.
I am so freaking pissed.
So naturally, I have to wait the next day to try to get my prescription, right? And mind you, when you get your prescription for Accutane, you have a 7-day window to pick it up. And if you pass that 7-day window without picking up your prescription, you have to wait another 30 days, get tested for pregnancy, blood labs and everything. It's another 30 days, so it's another delay. So I'm on a time crunch right now. And the next day comes, it's Wednesday. My mom decided to call in the morning to see what's up because she was just weirded out that I didn't pick up my prescription, of course. So she called. I was just really tired, but I was in the background hearing the conversation. Of course, their line is busy every time we call, so they ended up calling us back, and the nurse said that I didn't answer my iPledge questions, comprehensive questions. I need to answer those before I attain my prescription. So I didn't know that. My other doctor, you guys know if you have been following along, I had another doctor I went to, and I went through this whole process of Accutane, and the day I was supposed to pick up my prescription, that day I went into her office for an appointment. She had me sit down at a computer, at a desktop, and answer those comprehensive iPledge questions. She had me log in and everything. And with this doctor, this new doctor, well, it's my old doctor, but if you've been following along, that other doctor I stopped going to. So I started this process all over again, Accutane. And so with this doctor on Tuesday, I was bringing in all my packets of, Accutane and iPledge stuff. And I was thinking I was going to do the same thing, answering these questions on her computer, but she just told me I can do it on my own and log in on myself. So I was thinking in my head, oh, I can answer these questions whenever I want. So that's why I didn't do that before I picked up the prescription. So that made sense to me when the nurse said that. So here I am. I didn't have time, so I went to work on Wednesday, went in to log in on my break, and another thing happens, of course. I can't log in. My password is invalid. So that was a setback, another setback. So I, of course, naturally, when you can't log in, you just click on forget password, right? So I entered my ID. Oh yeah, you start Accutane, the doctors will give you like a packet, and then they'll have you use this card with your ID on it in order to log into the iPledge program. And it said on the screen that, oh, your code to reset your password is going to be sent to your email. It's sent now. I checked my email, and guess what? The code isn't there. Another setback. So naturally, I resubmitted it, thinking that, oh, maybe there's a glitch. Let me just resend the code again. I check my email. There's nothing in my inbox. Now I really can't log in. So of course, I call my doctor again. And mind you, I'm on my lunch break as well. I'm in a time crunch. I have to call this doctor. And of course, her office is busy again. So I wait until they call me back. And they never called me back within my lunch break. So I just called them and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna have enough time. Let the nurse know that I'm gonna call her tomorrow because I have a day off. And I can just handle this, answer all the iPledge questions and take care of all this stuff tomorrow. So the reception said, okay. So another day is delayed. Thursday comes, 3 days goes by, right? And I have a 7-day window. And I'm just thinking, am I ever going to get this medication? Like, how much of a delay is this gonna be? You know, like, am I even gonna get it at all? And my anxiety started, you know, building up. So Thursday comes and I call the office and they send me to a nurse because the nurse just knows a little more, obviously, about that stuff. So she said, okay, I don't really know on our part why you can't get in. You can just go and call iPledge directly. That would be better. They can help you, you know, a lot better. So, of course, I hung up, called iPledge, and the lady on the phone was really nice. She was like, oh, I can totally give you a code to reset your password. So I got my code. That's great. I wanted to ask her why my code would not send to my email. I was hoping she would answer that, and she did. She basically read off my email. I told her what my email was, and she told me that the email in her file in the system is missing one letter. And I was like, are you kidding? Of course, I didn't say that on my phone or to her. I was just like, really right now? But at least I know why. But like, you can imagine, I'm just like,
give it back! I can't! Why not?
Like, this is starting to become like a planes and trains automobile type of situation. Like, I feel like I'm living in this movie, you know? I just can't believe this is happening.
I swear to you guys, I'm not making any of this up.
One thing after another. Delay, setbacks. It's just a nightmare just emerging from this whole situation. It's absolutely ridiculous. It gets better. Oh, it gets better. Okay, so I hung up with the lady. I managed to answer all the questions. I got in and answered all the questions. So it's Thursday. I did answer all the questions on my day off. I had a lot of time. And so my mom and I, since I had a day off, decided we should go run errands. And while we run errands, pick up my medication, right? So I went to Costco. I went to the pharmacy. And guess what? Okay, this is what the lady told me. Sorry, we have to order the medication, so you won't be able to pick it up until tomorrow at 12.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, what?
You're fucked.
How would you feel if you want something so bad and you can't get it? Of course, I'm not going to burst in front of this woman. The part that makes me so angry is that there's nobody I can like literally blame and just grab and just shake, you know? Like, there's nobody I can just target. People are doing their job. I literally, by that point, wanted to scream. I wanted to scream. And you guys should totally understand that, right? Like, I am going crazy. It's just like the universe is out to get me. Like, no matter what I do, this is the only thing I want so bad, just to get rid of my acne. Literally everything I try to get rid of my acne, it just doesn't go the way it's supposed to. Like, it's just, all these things happen and I'm just crazy. Like, I can't believe this was happening to me. So I walked to my mom and I met up in the store, and by the look of my face, she knew, like, you didn't get the prescription. We were both laughing, but I was just really angry inside. Like, I was like boiling up like a volcano, but I knew, like, if I were to just scream, which I wanted to, punch something, you know, like, let all that anger out and have some sort of outlet, because this is just absolutely ridiculous. But if I did that, everybody's gonna think I'm crazy. Like, I'm just like, ah, like yelling for no reason, like one of those crazy people. But I'm not crazy. It's just nobody understands what you're going through. Even me explaining it to you, like, you know, like, I hope you understand how I feel, but you won't really understand how I feel unless you're in my shoes. I just couldn't believe that I couldn't get this medication. It's not even just getting Accutane. I know a lot of people can argue, all the people that oppose to anybody going on Accutane. I'm posting these videos publicly. I get so many DMs, so many comments telling me not to go on it. You know, as hard as it was just to get this, I'm still going on it. You know, those people who are opposing can definitely argue that, oh my gosh, this is a sign that you shouldn't take it, you know? Or you can think of it as just a test of my patience, you know? Like, test if I really want to do this. Anyways, back to my story. Friday comes along, and I finally got my medication. Finally got my medication. And let me tell you one thing. I don't know what that was. But when I went to pick up my medication yesterday, I was almost gonna cry, because in that moment I thought I wasn't gonna get my medication, right? You know, after all these days, it was just so climactic getting my medication, you know? Like, I could kiss this thing. But the lady working there, she asked me, did you answer those comprehensive questions on iPledge? And I was like, yes. So, you know, it makes you think, like, for me, it made me think, oh my God, like, I've done everything, you know, like, I've done everything I possibly can to get this medication. I'm even taking birth control pills because I'm worried that my doctor won't prescribe it to me without some form of contraception, even though I'm not active. Just almost so much work. It's literally work just to get this thing. So she asked me if I answered those questions, and I said yes. And she asked me how long ago I answered those questions, and I was like 2 days ago, but actually I forgot. It was the day before. Okay, and she walked away, and I'm just like, oh my God, crossing my fingers, like I'm praying. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm like so antsy. I'm like, God, like, if she doesn't give me this medication, I'm going to scream. I don't care. Like, you know, like, by that point, you're gonna pop. So 5 minutes later, she comes out with a box, and I was just like, oh my God. Hallelujah. I was literally about to cry. I actually started forming tears. It was embarrassing, but sometimes you can't hold back tears. But anyway, that is my story. I'm sure this video is long already, but yeah. Please let me know down below, what do you think about this whole situation? I want to see what you guys are thinking. Actually, like, I just want to have some sort of conversation, because, you know, the one thing about me is I can't bottle up how I'm feeling. Like, I can't hold it in. I have to have some outlet to let it out. I have to talk about it. And usually with these situations, anything crazy or anything that bothers me, I have to talk about it. And once I talk about it, I'll just let it go. You know, if I bottle it up, I will never let it go. I will just be so moody all day long, and it's just not good, you know? So now I got this off my chest, and I can finally just get on my way.